Next, we are about to discuss the stages in writing a report. So, you already know what a research report is. Now, what are the stages through which, or the stages that we need to follow while just writing a research report? Now, as you know, a research report will be something as big as 400 to 500 pages, or at least 200 pages. So, you cannot write the whole 200 page all of a sudden, right? So you need to follow a proper order for writing your research report. How do you do this? Now, at first, you need to prepare a layout or a structure of a research report. Okay, so what all are the contents that you need in this particular report? What all do you wish to add? What all concepts? What all definitions do you wish to make? All such layout, or you should prepare a layout which or a structure of the report, the skeletal system, right? After that, you need to prepare the outline of for your report. So outline means just a rough recording of what all main points, what all are the sub points that should be adding. So just note down all these points that you wish to add in your research report, which comes to the outline of your report. Now, once you have outlined, or once you have written the outlines or the main points and sub points, then you can go on to the next step, just to prepare a rough report. Now you have all these points, then with all these points just write down a rough report, then go through all these things, whatever you have written, revise the rough report. Okay, that is, you can take the help of your guide or your friends or some other experts in this particular area. Okay, friends in the sense in the same field, okay, and also some other experts in this area. Okay, so with the help of these people, you can revise your report. Then moving to the next stage, based on their suggestions, you can rewrite your report. This rewriting this report, it's not just a single step. You will have to rewrite the same many times in order to bring up a good thesis. So the next step is to rewrite the report. Now, once you are done with this rewriting, once you feel that this is a perfect one, then you can stop there. Then prepare the final bibliography, wherein you will be giving all the references and all such things. All these will be added. It contains all the names of the books or the pamphlets and all these things, or the newspapers, the magazines, articles, all these things that you have referred in order to prepare this particular report will be mentioned in your bibliography. And once you're done with that, then you can move to the final stage, that is preparation of a final draft of your research report. That is, you will be preparing based on your rough report. You have almost covered everything. Now with that, you will be going on to prepare the final draft. It should be concise and should be objective. Its language should be simple, and you should follow a particular style, that is the one which you have decided in your preliminary stage. Then it should be read out many times, and all the corrections should be made. It should not be dull, and you should maintain the interest of the reader throughout this particular thesis. Moving to the next step, that is rules of writing a research report. Now, you should follow certain rules while you write a research report, which I have listed below. So the first one is the style. The style of the report means it's one's own approach. The way or the art which you select for arranging your words to communicate the particular message to the particular reader or the appropriate readers. The techniques of writing, all these come under the style of writing. You should be able to clarify your concept. It should be crisp and clear. You should avoid all this unnecessary informations or unnecessary explanations, and all these should be wiped off, and it should be clear but in simple terms. Everything should be written in short, the shortest manner. All this is included in your style of report. Then the next one is you have your sections and subsections. So the researcher should divide the text of the report into different parts, sections and chapters. Now, depending on the number of issues discussed in the chapter, any number of sections may be created. Each section should discuss a particular issue. Now, you should also have again headings and subheadings. Proper headings and subheadings are to be given to the divisions, subdivisions, chapters, sections and subsections to make the report more attractive. The kind of headings employed should be such that the reader will get a proper understanding about what is written inside that particular heading or in the content of that particular heading. Then you should also have the notes and footnotes. That is, if you have some idea taken from someone, okay, or you have taken some idea from somewhere, then that source of information should be given as a note. And also footnotes. Okay, if you are borrowing some tables or charts or such things, or some ideas or some statistics or something, then you should give it as a footnote that you have borrowed this particular thing from this particular place. That is, you have to acknowledge it. Okay. This will be written as notes and footnotes. Also, additional information, if any, you have to provide to clarify your concept. It should be given as notes, and yeah, that's it. Then this notes and footnotes, most of the time it will be shown at the end of the page or at the end of the chapter. Okay. Then usage of quotations. Whenever you are quoting the words of someone else, or whenever you are borrowing the words of someone else or ideas of someone else, you should put it in quotes. You should use quotations. And also this particular concept from where you have taken, it should be written in your bibliography also. That is, you are not stealing it, but you are just borrowing it. Then the next one is references. That is, every books, articles or the documents or manuscripts that where from whatever you have read or from wherever you have taken these ideas, these concepts, these terminologies, all these places should be acknowledged. And the way of acknowledging all these people is by giving it in reference. Then the last one is tables and figures. That is, the researcher can also make use of tables and figures for presenting matters in his report. We know that is, if you are writing a huge paragraph on where your findings, it will be difficult for the reader to understand. Instead, if you are preparing a table and if you are showing the summary of everything, then it will be very easy for that person to understand. At the very point he sees that particular table, he can understand it, right? So we can use tables and figures in order to convey our ideas or whatever we have found out. This will help the reader to comprehend the material very easily. And also he can understand and compare that particular thing at a very fast pace. So all these things are the basic rules of writing a research